Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know, I am Maddie, or Maddie Reads on the internet. And today I'm going to be doing my May reading wrap up. So every month I come out with a video where I talk about all the books that I read in May. That's the example. Every single month. My monthly goal was 6. This month I read 8 books. So pretty good. We did pretty good on that goal. The first book I read this month was Fearless by Lauren Roberts. This is my only 5-star of the month. This is one of my favorite books of 2025 so far. I love the Powerless trilogy, the Powerless series. I love these books so much. Kai is one of my favorite boyfriends, fictional boyfriends, not boyfriends. Peyton is one of my favorite female main characters. Her best friend Adina brought so much to the story. Mac brought so much to the story. And it wasn't just the main characters, it was the side characters that made the story come to life as well. And a lot of people don't like how a death came to one of the characters. I personally didn't mind it. I personally kind of saw it coming, not in that way though. But I am excited that the character's dead, because I honestly wanted him to be dead, not gonna lie. It's pretty mean of me, but I was very satisfied with the way it concluded, and I was very happy with the way it ended, and I highly recommend that you pick up the series, because this series is amazing, and it will make you cry, it will make you laugh, it will make you kick your feet and giggle. I love the series so much. Then I did a reread of Divergent by Veronica Roth. I mainly just did a reread just to do tabs or whatever. But this book was a 5-star previously. I usually don't change rereads, but this was a 5-star. I enjoyed this book so much. The way it's written is trashy. It's giving 12-year-old writing a Harry Potter fanfic in the middle of the night. But that's what it's giving. But it's still a great book. I would still recommend it. I love the series so much as a whole, and I feel that you should read it. And yeah, and I feel like it just looks better with tabs, just in general. So I may or may not continue rereading the whole series. If I will, it will just be to tab it, but I don't think I will. But yes, I highly recommend, and you need to read this right now. Then I did a reread of The Assassin's Blade by Sarah J. Maas. I think originally I gave it 3.5 stars, but I think this time around I changed it to 3 stars. I felt that it was very good. It was very well written. Again, it was 5 short stories in one book, so there was nothing special, just a little bit of a palate cleanser. I would recommend you reading it. I don't care which order you read it in, but I decided to read it first just because I wanted to start the Throne of Glass series. But I'm reading it first, or I did read it first, so I feel like you should read it first. I don't understand the people who say to read it third. I really don't get that, because you're getting more background knowledge, and if we're going to a certain world that you would have known in the prequel, you would want to know more about it, right? Or you would know more about it so you would feel more prepared and what happens in that world, I guess, per se. And there were certain things that you would not have gotten unless you read the prequel. Going into Throne of Glass, the way it opens up, you wouldn't know how she got there unless you read the prequel, which makes sense. Now that I'm thinking about that sounds kind of dumb, but it makes sense. And so then after that, I followed it with my very first time reading Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I gave this book 4 stars. It was amazing. I loved it. I thought it was great. The only problem that I did have with that is that I feel the whole mystery or problem revolving in the story, it was resolved in 2 pages. We figured out what it was, and then she just killed it. Nothing. There was nothing else going on. She just killed it. I'm sorry, but I needed more to be there. But all in all, I'm very excited. If you watched my TBR video, you will know that I put the next 2 books on my TBR to read in June. So stay tuned for that. Then, okay, how many books have I talked about so far? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so then I read Wild Love by Elsie Silver, and I gave that book 4.75 stars. It was my first ever Elsie book. I loved it so much. Like, it was amazing. Like, I don't know how Wild Eyes or Wild Side or Wild Card are ever gonna compare to it. Like, Wild Love was amazing. I love the way that Elsie like writes her characters, and I felt like the whole plot line in there, I felt like the friendship that Ford had with his friend, I can't remember his name, it's gonna come back to me, I hope. And I saw other characters from like the Chestnut Spring series, but I've never read that, so, because it's kind of like, they're like interconnected worlds or whatever, so I saw some characters from that made me like excited to read. Like, Willow was in that book, but for the life of me, I can't think of his name. Anyway, they're all like bowling dads, so we had like a bowling team like just for dads or whatever, so they all went bowling, and I thought that was pretty funny. Like, the bowling dad team, they had like competitions and stuff. I thought it was hilarious. So then after that, I was kind of bored, and I was like, what do I read now? So I picked up the Haven River Ranch duology. Yeah, duology, that was the correct word. The first book is Crossroads, the second book is Sunlight. Crossroads, I gave 3.75 stars. I thought it was really good. I still think about it. I really love those characters. I felt like the way that it was between past and present really like resonated with me, because I got to see like her growing up and like the whole backstory, and I really enjoyed that. And there's a little bit of an age gap, like 2 years. It's not huge though, so that's like a normal relationship. So I don't know why I said age gap, because age gap usually means like not a normal relationship, but it was a normal relationship. But yeah. So then the second book, Sunlight. This is by Devney Perry. I don't even think I said who it's by. Devney Perry. These are the first Devney Perry books. Really got her too, so I will be reading more. Sunlight, I gave it 3.5 stars. It was better. It just took me a while to like get used to it and get warmed up to it. So it follows the younger brother from the older brother has Crossroads, the younger brother has Sunlight, and the younger brother is like he's like the playboy, you know, breaks every girl's heart, goes out with a lot of girls, like that kind of mentality. And I don't really like the mentality, especially if it's like one of those where he doesn't even mean it at all. But this is one where he did mean it, and it did actually happen, so that was pretty different too. But I didn't really like that, and he finally changed for the better, so A+. And I think that concludes me to our last book, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, okay, so then I finished off the month with a bang, 4.25 stars. I am sad to report it's 4.25 stars and not 5 stars. I read Taming 7 by Chloe Wash. This is the 5th book in the Boys of Tommen series. My least favorite out of the whole series so far, considering I've read Releasing 10. You'll see that in June, the reading vlog for that. I also, in that reading vlog as well, is Taming 7. I was disappointed, but not like super disappointed. Like, yeah, it let me down, but like I still get to see all the characters I love and all the friendships I love and all the romances I love, and I got so many like deep moments from the characters. And you know, I thought I'd seen trauma when I read Binding 13 and Keeping 13 and Saving 6 and Redeeming 6, but this and like Releasing 10, it's like, whoa, this is like a whole nother level. This is like the first 4 books like right here. The last 2 books are like right here. Like it's a completely different playing field. Like these last 2 books, you need to look up your trigger warnings, because I was crying, like not even like, I was in the preface of this book, I remember, and I was crying. I'm crying right now just thinking about it. Calm down. So like, I don't even know if I could ever reread this again. I don't even ever know if I could go through the pain of this again. Same with Releasing 10, same with all of the books. So I did reread Binding 13 and Keeping 13. So, yeah, that really tells you that I'm alive. But it's fine. It's fine. And then my TBR for this month, I read 4 out of the 6 books. One of the books I read in June. So technically 5, but not really. And with all that being said, thank you so much for watching today's video. I really hope you enjoyed. I hope that you like, comment, and subscribe. I'm bringing back like 2016 YouTube core. Like, it's so bad. You know, I appreciate that you sit here and decide to watch my videos, and I appreciate that you actually, you know, pay attention and want to look at them, and you know, tell your friends. This is so cringy. This is like the cringy videos I was watching today. Like, I can't. I literally cannot with myself. So I need to get a life, basically. I thought I had a life, but I guess I don't. And this whole entire time, the sun is like right here. I am Moana. There. If you didn't get that, I'm sorry. That was from Moana. If you didn't get that, I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, thank you. See, like, I know what to say, but then once I hit the recording button, the information just goes. Yeah. So, anyway, thank you so much for watching today's video. This is probably like the 5th time I've said that. You know, watch my next one. I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Okay, hello, this is Editing Maddie, and I was like, why is this video so short? This video is only like 11 minutes long. Well, so I miscounted, and I forgot to review 2 books. If I'm doing this correctly, because I'm pretty sure I missed 2 books whenever I filmed this. So I did read 8 books this month, I think. I did read 8. I only reviewed 6. So I read Legendary by Stephanie Garber, which is the 2nd book in the Carvel series. I gave it 3.5 stars. It was okay. I wouldn't really recommend it. I didn't really like it. The next book is also about the same character, main character. So I'm just gonna have to trudge through it. But no, I did not really like it. This is gonna be like rapid fire because I don't really have much to say about it. I really like this book. It made me mad. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. Like, don't read it. No, but if you like it, then read it. If you like the character Tella, read it. If you don't, stay away. And then I read Anoxum 2, which is the duology in the Anoxum series. Madison obviously was not clever enough to come up with a name for it, so she called it Anoxum 2. No offense to the author. But, 1, the idea of the... See, this is like editing me. This is like the stage where I'm like not thinking correctly. What was I even saying? Okay, list it off. Number 1, she put ideals in there that I did not like. Again, I've been reading books that keep putting ideals and stuff in there and shoving it in my head, and I don't want to learn it. I don't want to know it. I don't believe in that. So anyway, that made me really mad. And then number 2, I didn't even care who she ended up with at this point. Like, I felt like the romance was just so, like, she kisses one guy. I love him. She kisses another guy. Oh, I love him too. Whoever will I choose? Like, girl. That is not how a love triangle is supposed to work. I'm sorry. But that is not how a love triangle is supposed to work. I'm sorry, but I haven't read, like, one good love triangle in my entire life. Except for, I guess, the Hunger Games, but that's not really love triangle, because we all knew it was a clear winner from the beginning. Like, we all knew who was going to win that one. Anyway, so that, and then I almost DNF'd that book, because, like, the plot just, it wasn't giving. Like, the plot was just, like, and so I was just, like, I'm going to max your energy. So, I don't know what it wants. Like, I don't know what it wants. Anyways, that's all I had to say.